what's up, everybody? Welcome to Sync Producer Live. We are back for another live Q&A, another live music review, and another day of talking about stuff. Let me know who we got in the chat, man. Let me know where you guys are from. Let me know what you do. I'm excited to be back. We're going to answer some questions about Sync and music production, music business, whatever questions y'all have. I'm an open book tonight. Y'all got me here. So yeah, excited to chop it up. Hope you guys have had a productive week so far. I know I have. It's been crazy. It's been flying by. Busy week, good week, packed with wins. Speaking of wins, we're gonna start off in a couple minutes, sharing some wins from the community. But let me see what we got in the building, man. We got Kevin Cheek. I see you. Wow, never fails, never fails. Here we go. Let's get this right. Kevin Cheek in the building. Good Friday night. Michael Connor in the building. What's good? Happy Friday. We got Rich Rosen in the building. Still in New Jersey. Love to see it. Shout out to Rich in New Jersey. He's consistently in New Jersey too. I love the consistency from Rich. Let's get it. If you guys have questions, definitely drop them in the chat. And then we'll get to them. For Sync Producer Hub members, when we do open up questions, I will open up the member-only joint. If and only if you want to come up on video or audio, that's the member-only link. That is inside the community. If you're not a member of Sync Producer Hub, unfortunately, you don't get to access that. But you can change that if you go to syncproducerhub.com or click the link in the description. Join us. Learn how to get your music placed in TV and film. And all the good stuff. Be surrounded by a community of like-minded individuals. Ahmad, what's good? Sync Producer family. ATL, good to see you, Ahmad. Theodore, what's good? Wilmington, North Carolina is in the building. Good to see you, Theo. We got James McGregor. Happy Friday, James. Good to see you, man. Let's get to these wins, man. Let's get to these wins. We got a lot of them. I'm gonna share a few of them. First one. We starting right at the top of the list. We got Michael Connor. Let's see what Michael is talking about. Oh, I see what Michael's talking about. A win, TV Placement Mastery Scholarship. Took way too long to post this, but I have to shout out, thank you, and thank Anthony Clint Jr. for the scholarship and being selected as one of the two winners. This is huge for me, as I've always desired to take the mastery course and chatted with Clint about the opportunity 2 years ago. Nothing happens before its time, and I know this is a step and push needed to take me to where I truly believe I'm meant to be. Let's grow. Also, two McConnors getting scholarships in the same year is a special achievement, as my daughter is one of the biggest whys in my life. That's huge. So let's talk about that. So this past week, I gave away $10,000 in TV Placement Mastery scholarships so that producers can level up and get to their next sync publishing deal within 90 days. So we had a giveaway. Michael was one of those winners. Chelsea is the other winner. Shout out to Chelsea. So they will be joining the next TV Placement Mastery, which is starting in a couple weeks. And shout out to everybody who applied. We also had some special prizes for everybody who applied if they took advantage of it. That expired last night. So if you didn't take advantage of it, it's all good. I don't know. You just have to wait till next time. But this is the last one of the year. So we wanted to go out big. We wanted to give away 2 scholarships. And we did that. So we're going to help 2 producers level up, Michael and Chelsea, along with the other producers that'll be in TV Placement Mastery. And yeah, if you want to apply for that, it is invite only. So you have to apply. We're looking for certain things. We're looking for certain mentalities, characteristics, and things like that before we let you in. So if you want to apply for that, go to tvplacementmastery.com and then fill out an application and try and get in. And then we'll go from there. If it's a good fit, we'll reach out and the team will chop it up with you. So yeah, what's up, Mysterious Mike Music? Good to see you. Seth Hood, what's good? That rhyme, that was a bar. I love it. All right, let's see what other wins we got here in the community. We got one from James McGregor. Hey, Hub family, win. Hi. This is a quote from an email he got. Hi, James. Absolutely. Your creativity is obvious. Great work. We would like to represent your music around the world. Spider Q's library signed contract. God is good. Let's grow. James McGregor, another TV placement mastery student, just landed a Sync Publishing deal, and he's sharing that win. Shout out to James. James has been putting in work since day one. Love to see it, and keep crushing it, bro. Keep crushing it. Let me see. We got Jamal just reached level 7. I know I've been extremely busy and posting and staying active when I can, but I'm glad to see that I made it to level 7. Level 8, here I come. Let's go. So a fun thing about our community is that we have levels, and it's kind of like gamified. So you reach new levels, you unlock dope things. So he just reached level 7, and he's unlocking some dope stuff. We got a win from Cleo. Says, from doubt to a yes, my first Sync library offer. Went to bed last night questioning everything. Imposter syndrome heavy. I started, does this sound familiar? Does this sound like you? Imposter syndrome heavy. I started wondering if maybe I'm not ready yet. I know so many producers who go through that. If I should just pause the dream and focus on getting a quote unquote real job. I really thought today was going to be one of those days I just disappear into doubt. Then I checked my email. A Sync library I submitted to weeks ago got back to me. They want to bring me on. Honestly, I was bracing myself for a polite rejection, but instead they said, we believe a few of your works would be strong in the Sync world. That gave me a breath I didn't know I needed. I know I've still got work to do, but this reminded me why I'm doing it. I'm not here by accident. Thank you to this community. Y'all keep me going more than you know. Let's go. I see Janelle has entered the building. What's up, Janelle? That's huge. Shout out to Cleo. Yeah, shout out to Cleo. Excited for you, bro. This is just the beginning. Let's get it. We got a win from Vincent. We got the golden buzzer. America's Got Talent. I honestly can't put into words how I feel right now. Waking up this morning and seeing, I shouldn't have ate that jalapeno chicken salad. Like, it's doing something weird to my to my sinuses. Waking up this morning and seeing the live performance, it was super saucy too. Like, I don't know why it was so saucy. The live performance of America's Got Talent, paired with the fact that I had the chance to compose the entire custom score, was already surreal in itself. But then that's a win, just crazy. Team Recycled got the golden buzzer. Live in front of millions, standing ovation, confetti, pure energy. It was unreal. Seeing something I've written become such an integral part of a moment like that, I'm just filled with gratitude. If you're in the hub, you can see the video clip of this. This wasn't just a sync. This was a full custom composition crafted to move with the performance. Every detail shaped to highlight emotion, movement, and message. And to see that connection truly land, not only with the judges and audience, but with so many watching at home, it's something I'll carry with me for a long time. It's hard to describe what that feels like as a composer. Moments like this are rare, and this one was massive. Team Recycled is officially headed to the finals, and so am I. I've been invited to sing Team Recycled and AGT to fly out to Los Angeles to work on their final performance in person. I'll finally get to meet the whole crew face to face and dive into the final composition on site if all goes to plan. I'm taking off this Friday. Can't wait. Oh, he's like literally like probably on a plane like right now. Let's go. Can't wait to see what comes next. Let's shout out Vincent. He's out here crushing it on America's Got Talent. That's crazy. Like, crazy. That's huge. That's like 3 wins in 1. I think, yeah. I think that's an amazing moment. Shout out to Philip. Listen, we celebrate everything out here. Philip said, nothing long, really quick. In the words of Mike Epps, in next Friday, I got me a jizzab, a jizzab, a jizzab, a jizzab. God is good and the wait is over. Just waiting on everything to come back, and I'm in there. No more Tommy Strong. I got a job now. Shout out to Philip, man. Listen, like, if you know, you know. Having a job is major leverage to continue to invest in your music career, in your gear and studio and business, all of that stuff. And listen, bills got to get paid. So shout out to Philip, man, for that working out. I remember he shared that with us, that he was just kind of going through this transitional thing. So glad to see that he's coming out on the other side. Got him a jizzob, and he's back on track. Love to see it. Let's go. So yeah, man, those are a few wins from this past week. Super dope. I see everybody shouting out the congrats to everybody that's been winning. JR Northern was good. Ahmad, Clint, what does it mean when you say level up or levels? So like, okay, so as soon as you join Sync Producer Hub, right, you're like at level 1. Like everybody starts on level 1. So when you interact with the community and people like your posts, you get likes, you get points for those likes. 1 like equals 1 point. So once you get a certain number of points, you level up to the next level, which is level 2. And then as you level up inside the classroom, you unlock things at certain levels, right? So at level 1, everybody gets access to, the Road to 10 Placements course. And you get access to behind the scenes stuff, right? And then you get to level 2, and then you get like some free production tools, and then you get the how to structure instrumentals for TV course. And then level 3, you start to unlock Urban Mixing Made Simple and like some other, tactics and things like that. So like at each level, you just level up and you just get a chance to unlock all of this dope stuff in here. And then if you get to the magical level 7, I just go ahead and just pay for your membership for life. So, that's what we do here in the Sync Producer Hub. We level up, we have fun, and we just like to add points to everything because points make everything more fun. And when you make the 7-day leaderboard, we play your music first when we do live music reviews like we're doing. So, yeah, KJ is in the house. What's up, KJ? We got Terrence in the DMV. Good to see you, Terrence. So, yeah. Dope stuff. All right, I'm ready to take some questions. Drop your questions in the chat. Let me know where you're stuck, what you're struggling with, and I'll try and help you. I'm going to open up the line for Sync Producer Hub members. If you guys want to ask your question on video or audio, that is now open. So, yeah, glad to see you back, Mr. High C. What's good? Hope all is well. Indeed. But yeah, super inspiring, man. I know, when you're a producer, especially on this journey early in sync, it can get discouraging, man, because things like you can't tell if stuff is working like immediately, right? So it takes some time, but if you just stick with it, eventually those wins start to come through. And then from there, you're just stacking wins. So yeah, I've had some wins personally this week as well. Finally got word back on that Emotionalist album that I was working on, where they didn't want it to feel like a blatant, clear emotion. They wanted it to be neutral, and I was just like, I just went with sus chords for the whole album. Shout out, I think Michael, a couple Sync Producer Hub members had mentioned that. It was like, just try some sus chords. I was like, you know what? That's a great idea. I just sussed the whole thing out. The whole album is sus. But it got approved. I was grateful because I know the first round of submissions, I had the feedback. I think I had to throw out like 3 tracks. So I had to move those to the side. I'll pitch them for something else, and had to recreate some other ones. But then the second batch, first round, boom, no revisions. They accepted it. Good to go. So we're finishing that up. Got the green light on another project, and then got hit up to start 2 new albums, which I'll be working on. So yeah, it's been kind of crazy. It's been crazy this week. So a lot of wins happening, a lot of projects kind of moving forward, and that's where we are. So definitely putting in that work. I'm in the trenches with y'all, juggling all these projects as well. So I'm excited. Cleo says, what's the first thing you would suggest to do once you get signed with a specific music library? The first thing I would do is ask them what their current needs are. Obviously, they heard something from you that they like, so I would get more insight on what they like so that you can really hone in on what it is that they're looking for. And then from there, just like getting your catalog up and getting them more music to work with. So that would be like the first thing I would do. Like, what do you need? And then from there, start creating. And while you're creating, in between creating, reaching out to more companies and get more deals. And then rinsing and repeating. For sure. Thank you. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Yeah. But yeah, like now it's just like, now you want to give them enough music. You know, a lot of people, they'll get like that first deal, they'll get a few tracks signed, and they're like, okay, I'll sit and wait and see if this works before I give them more. And I think that's a big mistake, because you never really get a good idea until they have enough volume to work with, in my opinion. I think getting them a decent amount of tracks, you know, getting, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 tracks, something that they can like really work with, a variety of things, I think would benefit you and give you a better idea of what's working. And then once you start to see placements, if you start to see placements, because hey, it may take a while with the company. Shoot, I mean, there's been companies I've signed music to, I still haven't gotten any placements from them. And then I've also haven't sent them any new music. Some of them, I don't even know if they're around still. But yeah, I would get those numbers up and then, you know, keep doing what you did to get that first one, that first deal, and keep it moving. Indeed. Exciting stuff. Shout out to another TV Placement Mastery student, Joe. He's in the current class right now. He just landed his first sync publishing deal. I seen him drop it in the chat. I think it was like yesterday or something like that. So super exciting stuff, man. That's like, I don't know. That's like the moment of truth. It's just like, okay, I have something that someone else can use. And then from there, it's just like, now all you got to do is just turn up the output. And then things start to work for you as long as you're working. 100%. I'm excited tonight for music reviews too, because I think we got a lot of 70s music submissions. We're doing 70s, so I'm excited to hear what that sounds like coming from the crew. Indeed. Yep. Yeah, the other two guys, they're well on their way as well. I'm super excited for them. Super excited. And it's just like, it's gathering like those small wins. I feel like those small wins keep you encouraged to get to like the next win. And like I said before, it's about stacking wins. Like the first win is like, can you produce or structure a track that somebody would want? Boom, you do that. All right, that's a win. Now, can you find companies to pitch the music to? Okay, you found a company. Boom, that's a win. Did they hit you back? They hit you back. You actually got feedback. That's a win. Whether it's yes, no, tweak this, it's a win. So you just keep stacking wins until you get to the ultimate goal, which is the placement. Demo says, have anyone submit their music to Starlight Sounds Publishing? I haven't heard of it. If anybody else has, feel free to chime in. Seth says, how does it work when two people are with different PROs and need to register a lyric music composition? That's a great question. So if you got two different writers, they're with two different PROs, the publisher that you're working with has representation or a publisher's account with all of the PROs. Right? So let's take Clint Music Publishing, for example. I have that company registered with ASCAP, CSAC, and BMI. So if I'm publishing something, doesn't happen often, but if I do, then if there's a writer with ASCAP and a writer with BMI, I can represent both of those writers and register the work on behalf of both of those writers, and then be able to, do their registration on both sides, the ASCAP side and the BMI side. Publishers, like if you have a publishing account, like you can be with all the PROs, right? It's only if you're a writer, then you can only kind of be with one at a time. But publishers kind of have that. They need that for that exact reason that you mentioned, Seth. So yeah, that's how it works. Different PROs, and they're like their publishing company. You know what? I wonder if I can show you. Let me see if I can show you an example. Oh. Of like what that would look like. Yeah, speaking of collaboration, we may very well see that situation for the Shades of Sync theme song, right? Because one of the requirements to be able to, to win this $1,000 sync brief that we're doing for Shades of Sync is you have to have a collaborator. So there's going to be two writers, which means you would have. And if you all are pitching it directly to a company and there is no publishing company doing it on your behalf, then you would be considered like self-administered or self-published. And then you would put the respective information there. So let's see if we can find some sort of example. Okay. I've found an example. All right. So here's an example here. Let me move it so I'm not in the way. All right. So we had a song placed on Love is Blind. Looks like episode 3, season 7, episode 3. Was worried about nothing. So I had a co-writer. Shout out to Kel Keys. So I'm with CSAC, but Kel's with ASCAP, right? But this was published by one publisher. But what you'll see is, yes, it was BMG Production Music, but with each PRO, you can't use the same name as a publisher, even though it's the same publisher. You have to have a different name or, DBA for each PRO. You just can't use the same one. I mean, for obvious reasons, that would be highly confusing to see the same name for ASCAP and CSAC. But, I don't know. I'm sure they have their reasons. So as you can see here, BMG, what they did is their CSAC publisher account is called BMG Production Songs, and then their ASCAP publishing account is BMG Production Music US. And they have to use those separate ones to represent me and Kels respectively with ASCAP and CSAC. So hopefully that makes it clear. And shout out to Love is Blind for using our song for 40 seconds. So that's how that works. And it's important to make sure when you are collaborating that your collaborators register with a PRO as well before y'all start getting into the weeds and thick of things. Because you hate to be in a situation and music supervisors ready to use your music, and then, somebody's not registered and you have to go through, getting registered and that whole waiting period, and, weird things can happen and delay things, and, hopefully, you don't miss out on an opportunity because you got to get all that stuff done. So, yeah, glad it helped, Seth. Great question. Hit me with your other questions if you guys have some other questions. But yeah, it makes life easy when everything is just done, registered, clean, organized. Cleo, let me know what part isn't clear, and then we can dive deeper into it. What's up, Red Ray? B-Rad Tunes and Stuff is in the building. It says, I currently use GarageBand with limited success, but it's time to switch to Logic Pro or Ableton. Do you know if I lose my GarageBand tracks and plugins making the change? I suck at the tech parts. If you are going from Logic Band to, bro, I just said Logic Band. I just created a new DAW. Logic Band. Where would that fall in between GarageBand and Logic Pro? Is that like in between? Anyways, if you're going from GarageBand to Logic Pro, it is one of the most seamless transitions you will ever experience in a DAW. You literally just open up the GarageBand session in Logic Pro and it will convert what it needs to convert, and then it's just in Logic. Same plugins, same sounds. Worst case scenario, Logic will download any sounds that may not be downloaded on your computer, and then you're good. It's as easy as it can get. So yeah, easy transition. Logic Band, man, that's crazy. Logic Band. It's Logic Pro and GarageBand equal Logic Air. That sounds very Apple-like. Introducing Logic Air with a 8-track limit. That would be insane. GarageBand is lit though. For it to be free, it's pretty dope. Like there's like basic things though where it's just like why is it this way? Like why don't you have like I think it's like a master track. Like there's no master track in GarageBand where you can like put mastering plugins. If I'm not mistaken, I haven't been since they came out with Logic for iPad. I haven't been in GarageBand since, because honestly, what's the point? I don't even know why. Excuse me. Well, I guess it's free, so. But where is it at? I don't think it. I think I deleted it after I got Logic Pro. I was like, I don't need this occupying space, so I don't even have it on my iPad anymore. But yeah, shout out to Logic Band. Logic not so pro, but I feel like that's what GarageBand is. Garage Pro would be Logic Pro. Logic Band would be adding the master track in GarageBand and a better mixer view, but still limited. Cleo says, let's say you land a placement with a song. Who is the publisher? I have both a writer's account and a publishing account, for example. I guess I just don't understand the split. Oh, I got you. So, okay. So let's take your situation, for example, Cleo. You just signed a deal with a library. The library is essentially a publisher that specializes in sync, right? So they would be your publisher. So if a placement happens through that publisher, they will register that song on your behalf. They will put themselves as the publisher. They will put you as a writer. You won't use your publishing account with your PRO in this instance because the library is the publisher. And then the split would technically be 50-50. You'll have, the publisher is going to keep the publisher share of royalties at 100% of the publisher share of royalties, and then you're going to keep 100% of your writer share of royalties, unless there's a collaborator, writing as well, like, producer. But I think depends on what that situation is. But let's just say you did everything 100%, then you would keep 100% of the writer share of royalties. And then depending on your deal, if there are any upfront sync fees, typically that's like a 50-50 split. That can vary depending on the publisher, depending on the agreement and all of that stuff. If there was a buyout involved, so it can vary, but that's what that would look like. Now, let's say the library wasn't in the picture. You were out taking a jog and then accidentally bumped into a music supervisor, and they was like, "Oh, do you happen to do music?" This would like never happen in life, but they were like, "Oh, do you do music?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm actually a great musician and a singer and songwriter, and I produce and mix everything." "Oh, awesome. Send me some music." And then they place your music in Love Is Blind. This would be the most random situation if that ever happened, but they place your music in Love Is Blind. And now there is no library or publisher except you. So now this is when you would use your publishing account and your writer's account, right? So how I do it, if I'm in a situation like that, is I would log into my publisher's account on CSAC, and I will register the work with my publishing company as publisher, Clint Music Publishing, and then me as writer. And then that's going to show up also on my writer account. And then I think I can do it. I think I can do it the other way around too, but I think I always just do it on the publishing side for whatever reason. But yeah, I do that. I register it, and then that's it. So now I have 100% of the publisher share of royalties, and I have 100% of the writer share of royalties, and then whatever the production company pays me from that placement, then I just keep 100% of that too. So you kind of keep more of the pie when there is no publisher involved. The flip side of that is you got to be the one out there grinding and building the connections and getting the placements as well, for you to be able to keep the whole pie. So let me know if that makes sense. I like that you can use third-party plugins in GarageBand. Yes, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like GarageBand, for it to be free, you can use third-party plugins. Like you can literally get like most of what you need to get done in GarageBand. Like it's pretty. I like IK Multimedia's Mixbox. I used that in GarageBand before Logic came out, and then obviously I can still use it in Logic. Really dope suite of great quality plugins on iPad OS. It's a cheat code, and it looks nice too. It's like a nice little rack. Yeah, it looks good. I like Mixbox for the iPad. Michael says, when a library or sync agency signs one of your songs and register it, do you see it in your PRO portal as a works as you're still the writer? Yes, you will see it pop up as long as it was registered correctly. So when do you use your publisher account on a track? Oh, I think I just explained that. I think I'm late to scrolling through these questions. You would use it if you randomly bumped into a music supervisor while taking a jog. That was our scenario. Yep. I just seen it. accepted for over a year and literally still nothing. Yeah, sometimes it takes a minute. Over a year is a long time, but I've also noticed too, man. I've had tracks that have been signed and then I wouldn't see them show up as registered until stuff got placed. So I've seen it both ways. Like I've seen them kind of be proactive on it, and boom, it's like it's up there. Doesn't necessarily mean you're getting a placement, right? But the registration is there at least. I just registered something that was already placed on a show. Just because I was dragging my own feet getting that done, but it also showed up in it recently showed up in my cue sheets too. So I don't know what that looks like on the back end, like, because I know like the production company will turn in cue sheets based on the information that you gave, the music coordinator or like whoever you're communicating with during the placement. So I don't know if they just like, I don't know if they like hold on to that information until you register and they're like, oh, let's match it up, or like, I don't know. So do you only register a work when it's booked on a job on ASCAP? Because every time I write a song, I put it. No, I think you're fine putting it up on ASCAP. So what would happen is it depends on the publisher, right? Sometimes you're fine to just leave that up there registered. Sometimes what they'll do is add like their own little suffix. So somebody people are talking about TuneEdge in the chat, right? So what TuneEdge will do is they'll put edge at the end of whatever song you sent them, right? So that they can track and see that, hey, this was something that we pitched and published. So they'll add edge at the end of something. So even if you've registered your original title, they're going to put edge to create a new title, and then you'll get paid your royalties from the placements that they get based on that title, basically. So yeah. And then if you were in a situation where there's like, I don't know, if for whatever reason there was an issue, they can do like a letter of direction and like say, hey, we're the publisher of this work, and do like a letter of direction to make them publisher on that registration if it's needed. TR5 One by IK is a nice go-to as well. I agree 100%. Is the royalty check the only proof of a placement if you don't hear from the publisher, music supervisor, upload the track on? Royalty check or a cue sheet. Like if you're with ASCAP or CSAC, a lot of times you'll see the cue sheet before you see the royalty check. So it'll be like one of those. If you don't hear from the publisher, you don't hear from the music supervisor, and you don't upload it on TuneSat, then you'll either see the that cue sheet hit your account, or you'll just see the royalty statement or check. Well, the check comes with the statement technically, but that'll be the only proof other than watching and hearing it, which I think is probably the coolest way to find out you had some music placed. Like to literally just sit and like watch TV and then hear your music is quite an experience. Do you recommend copywriting beats before sync placements? I talk about this occasionally. It depends. It like the majority of stuff I do, I don't even worry about it. Yeah. That's just me. Recent saw the tracks 207 are showing on my. Let's go. And I'm motivated to keep submitting either again. It's over a dozen over a year. Um, yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why they taking so long. Clint, so you don't register each of your tracks to your PRO site, even though it may not be accepted or placed yet. No, I don't. Like I don't register anything. I don't register anything until it's signed. Like or when it's signed, I don't even register because the publisher does it for you, which is why I don't register anything prior to. Because if I know like I'm gonna pitch it to a publisher, there's no point because they're just gonna go register it, whatever they want to call it. And sometimes when we're working on albums and we do a title, they may have like the same title. Like say for example, there's like a few composers working on the same album. Like what if one of you do the same title? They got to change one of those titles anyway. Or if they have something in their catalog, they want to title it something different. They may just retitle the whole thing to begin with. So it's just like it's just a waste of time basically. So I just wait. Like I'll produce the music, I'll pitch it, we'll see who bites. Only time I will go ahead and register it is if it's like I'm working directly with a music supervisor and like they're like, hey, we're gonna use this track. I'll go ahead and register it then. That's the only time I really worry about that. But yeah, if I'm sending it to a publisher, I don't worry too much about the registration. But I will go in and check it periodically to make sure things are like showing up, and make sure splits and stuff are correct, because sometimes that can get messed up just through the process of it exchanging hands and things like that. So making sure that's correct. I had a situation like near the beginning of the year where we found out a song that I had a collaborator on. They weren't listed on the registration, so it was like I think it might have been a couple registrations. So we had to like go back, hit the publisher up, and they corrected it. So sometimes that'll happen. So we'll go in and like double check that stuff. But yeah, that's usually how I approach it. You know what? I wonder if it is an ASCAP thing. Did you get a placement to where you registered as a result? Because I know a couple years ago, ASCAP was going through it, man. Like I was hearing from a lot of different composers. They was like, yo, I've had stuff. I don't know if it was a show or if it was ASCAP, but it was taking a minute for stuff to show up. So I don't know. I don't know what was going on. I don't know what was going on. LV Drizzle was good. Yeah. Yeah, that'll end up taking some time. But yeah. Yeah. I don't know if that's an ASCAP or a tunage thing. But I've had decent experience with tunage. Somebody in the community shared it was an interview with the one of the founders of TuneEdge. It was really good. They seem to be pretty transparent and connected with their composers and things like that. Nikki, what's up, Nikki? Good to see you in the building. So yeah. And then I mean, that's I don't know, that's just kind of part of the what do you call it? The process too of getting stuff registered, making sure production companies are doing stuff on time, because if a production company turns in cue sheets late, the cue sheets won't show up, which means royalties won't show up for a long time. So yeah. But yeah, I definitely have some it logged me out. I have some. I think I have some Tune Edge, or maybe not. I thought I had some Tune Edge registration. No, maybe they didn't change the. Huh. I can't remember the name of that song. I'm not sure. I've seen a cue sheet for the one placement I got back in 2018. Joint is still earning, but on PRS Music, I only see which territories it's been used in. Yeah, that's annoying. That's what our uh streaming royalties look like too. Let's see. We got KJ in the building. Let's bring him up. Yo, what's up, bro?
What's up, man?
I'm good, man.
I found my camera. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So, quick question for you.
Yep.
So, I know you in the past you've done some work too, like with when back in the day with R&B and stuff like that, or
Hmm.
just that kind of work. So, I have experience before on my ASCAP account where we went back in and neither I won't say the name, but labels
Yeah.
labels had posted had or did not post the information correctly, like the writers.
Yeah.
So I've gone in there and like seen my name with on the list of and then I'll see the other writers in there, and it's like, who is this dude? He was nowhere in the studio with us when we were recording,
Oh wow.
or I mean that I've seen that kind of stuff. We had to dispute that across ASCAP. So when you said ASCAP was kind of going through, I did experience that. My question to you in addition to that was, do you remember that when they sometimes you would get royalties, you get your royalties, Columbia House will send you this spreadsheet and it'll show you like all the stuff that played and you show them out.
Yeah.
So is that list that they would send you normally, is that the same thing as what we would normally see? Is that the same thing as a Q sheet and sync licensing?
Um, Not quite. I can show you all. I guess after we hop off here, I can do it. I can go through a cue sheet, but um, no, not necessarily. You
It's
will
not
see.
the same. Okay.
Yeah, you will see something like that though directly from a publisher or a library.
Okay.
Especially if they're collecting, like streaming royalties and licenses and all that stuff. Like they will send you like a whole statement breakdown of
Okay.
stuff like that that's similar to what you would see from from the major labels and things like that and publishers.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What about like have you ever experienced that situation I was talking about with ASCAP, as far as like going in and checking on your ASCAP or your CSAC and you saw like unfamiliar information, data?
Yeah, I've gotten paid for something I had no idea what it was. I never worked on it. It was like a song. I don't know. I don't even know how my name got on it, but it was it was just a random song from some band, and my name
That
was
was
just
my
a
band. That was my band. You took my money.
yeah, but that was like the weirdest thing that's ever happened. So what they did,
Okay.
like, and they had like it was a placement on like some major like Teep morning show or something, and yeah, so I accidentally got like several $100s. So what they did was they just deducted it from my next royalty check, because I was
Oh
just like,
yeah.
yo,
Okay.
I have no idea what this is. So they corrected it, and I haven't seen anything since then. But
Yeah.
that was probably like the weirdest thing.
I had something like that happen with Tony Bennett. I had a song that was the same song as Tony Bennett one time.
Wow.
And yeah, that happened to me too, where we were both our name was lit. I was like, I didn't write anything with Tony Bennett. I wish I did.
Right.
but
Exactly.
but it was weird. It's just I was just wondering if it's like that in with sync when you come to like the royalties and stuff like that. If you have to really keep an eye on that, because ASCAP was really jacking up some stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody was jumping ship to BMI for a while because it was getting
Yep.
crazy.
Yep.
So all right, that's good to know. I just want to check and find out about that. It's good information.
Yeah. No problem,
Thank you,
man.
brother.
Yep.
Right.
Peace.
Yep. Peace.
Uh LV Drizzle says patience is key. I thought catching a bus in Vegas took patience. Oh my god, I've never done it. That sounds like it takes patience. I think we are approaching the time we can change PROs. I got a letter from ASCAP mentioning that I may have to consider switching to BMI then if nothing accepted is showing in there. What's up, Zimzada? You said a lot late. But yeah. What's good, Chris? All right. So let's do we got a few minutes. Let me see if let's go through a cue sheet. Bracket breakdown. I think it's some sports show. All right. So at least this is what it looks like on CSAC's end. I don't know what like the physical, like the one that they turn in looks like, but essentially it has the same information, I imagine. But basically, show, you got the name of the show, episode title. These sports shows, the episode titles are mad random. I don't understand that. Air date, and then you got all the song titles, right? The type of usage. This is background instrumental, duration, writer's name, publisher's name, all of that stuff. And then sequence number. So it's, I guess, the queue number. So this one actually didn't have too many. It only had like 21 cues in there, but yeah, that's basically it. Duration, writers, titles. That's basically it, and show title and all that stuff. Yeah. So not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. And then obviously your the stuff you get from publishers, that's a little more detailed. And your royalty statements sort of detailed. Like if you I've noticed if you download the CVS file, you will see more information on like in the spreadsheet than you do on just the standard like PDF, which I thought was interesting. Because what was it? I can't remember if it was for like streaming, like Netflix and stuff like that. But yeah, so they just give you like Amazon Prime, they give you like way more information. Let me see. That's not what we want. Okay, so you don't see like this column here where you got like all the channels and stuff. You'll see Amazon Prime. You'll see like the major ones, right? You won't see like Sky Now and Home and Garden and TV2 Play. I don't even know what that is. You don't see all these details in just the standard royalty check, but then you can see like the show. It has some information missing, but you see it's YouTube, MTV non-commercial, and you just see like the track name. You get a little bit of information on whatever that, the medium, duration, some feature uses. That's what F is. But yeah, you get way more details if you download the CSV. So a little tip. I don't know if every PRO is like that, but that was a recent discovery I made, because usually I just like the PDFs. It's just easy. But then I was just like, oh, you actually do get a little more information, especially for like the international stuff. The BBC iPlayer, like I imagine like that's some BBC online or something. I don't know. Netflix Brazil. That's something I normally wouldn't see. Some like some mechanical stuff in here too, which is interesting. So, yeah, that's that. All right, let me catch up, make sure I get everything. Are you guys remixing brand posts on IG? It's a good way to communicate with brands. That's dope. That's a great idea, actually. Should you include in your emails that your music is one stop? Yeah, that's a nice little trigger word, like a good trigger word though. Like they see one stop. That's great. You can even put it like in your title. That helps as well. Or in your, like Disco, you can add tags. I think one stop is a tag you can use. But yeah, that's a good thing when they see that. Is the publisher share any larger than the writer share monetary right? No, it's usually the same. If you get, if you're getting, $50 for a placement and royalties on the writer side, then publishers would see the $50 on their side. Where's the chip and sauce? I don't have it, man. I'm out of masa chips. I ate my last few masa chips yesterday, last night. So yeah. On demand play. Okay, got you. One stop. It means literally they can talk to one party and clear the master recording and the publishing. Like you own everything. They don't have to go through a record label. They don't have to go through some other, third party source to be able for you to sign off on everything. You can sign off and give permission on everything in one stop. So that's it. All right, we're about to transition. We're about to do live music reviews in a second. We're gonna take a quick break. Your boy's about to go get some water because I drunk that up. And then when we come back, we're gonna listen to some 70s themed music. I guess seeing if it's ready for sync. Listen, if that 70s brief come through, you got to have something on deck. So we're going to do that. Stick around and we'll be right back. All right, let's get it popping. Shout out to everybody in the stream. For the new people, man, let me know where y'all from. Let me know what you do. We about to dig into these music reviews. It's 70s week, and I'm excited about it. Drop some fire emojis if y'all ready, and you're excited about it too, while I get this leaderboard up so we can see who's top three in the leaderboard. That is not the right window. That is not the right one. That isn't either. I just changed it. Let's fix this. There we go. All right. Let's pull up this leaderboard. I see Miguel in the building. What's up, Miguel? 7 Day. We got Kevin Cheek, Jason Revels, and Cleo and Antaeus. Don't get me to butchering names this early in the show. I'm seeing fire emojis. Miguel says I sent something from 2 years ago in my first 2 months in sync. Mix most was not where I'm at now. Listen, we gotta do 1 week. We gotta go and find like our oldest available track and play those. That's what we need. I don't even know if you can review it for real, because I know mine are trash. All right, so listen, it's gonna be bad, but we should do that just to laugh at ourselves and to see the growth. Gotta see the growth. There's been a lot of growth amongst us. I can imagine over the years, from mixing to sound selection. Would be crazy. All right, let's get this joint popping. This is ultra zoomed in. Let's not zoom in so much, maybe. There we go. All right. Who we got? There we go. Kevin Cheek is up next. Let's scroll down until we find Kevin. Boom. Soul Groove is a funky, soulful 70s soul track with funky bass lines, rhythm guitar, and straight groove drums. Great for a retro dancing vintage commercials. Let's go. Indeed, Michael. We'll be here. Just grooving. Here we go. Y'all know Kevin gonna throw some guitars in there. They sound good too. I feel you, Leslie. Same here. What is this? It's just disrespectful. This does not need to be that large. I agree. I had a lot going on in my music back then. Y'all can't hear? I'm grooving alone again? Oh, boy. Why has this been a regular thing? Why is the audio not working? What kind of craziness is that? You know what? I'm using a new audio interface. I bet that's what's going on. Hold on, I'm gonna figure it out. Can y'all hear that now? Can y'all hear that? I know there's a slight delay with the chat. We're gonna run it back for Kevin, so we don't come in at the end of his song. Like, drop a thumbs up if you can hear it. Awesome. Logic Man. We back. What's up, legendary LW? I like the mix too. A lot of variety. This is super singable. That thing is ready. That thing is ready. Shout out to Kevin. With that groove, Jason Revels is up next. Yeah, that mix was solid. Great instrumentation. Love the guitar, of course. Instrumentation was solid. So, yeah, you nailed that. All right. Oh, he didn't have a submission. All good. What's up, Jason? We appreciate you anyhow. Cleo is up next. Number 3. He's been leveling up through the engagement this week. Let's see if we got one from Cleo. Might have passed it. There we go. If we can, oh, this is funny. If I could step back into 1970s, this is the song I leave behind. I know you want me drifts between electronic, soft rock, and disco. Built on hypnotic layers, it's my answer to denial, a groove-driven confession that refuses to let you play hard to get. Let's go. Vibes. Who's on vocals? I ain't got nothing, man. I'm empty-handed. I got water. Or a Snicker bar. Nothing. This stuff will sync today. Y'all are crazy, man. Y'all can do anything. That groove is locked in. Let's just go back to the 70s. Let's live there for a little bit. Such a vibe. The reverb. Reverb is perfection. Come on, man. Agreed. See how it ends. It's dope. He said I almost didn't post mine. I feel you. I can't. I don't even listen to these before we go live. Like I just let them sit and marinate because I already know. Like I can't even do it. Nah, it sounds great. Mix was amazing. Vibe was dope. You know this as well. 70s. Like, but this was so hold on. Oh, okay. I don't know what I was reading. This was a song he did back in the day. It's not. Yeah, nah. It's ready. DJ horn. All right, that was Cleo. Let's throw Seth in there. Did Seth submit? Did you submit anything? Yep, we're gonna play Seth because he was at 4 on the leaderboard, and Jason didn't submit anything, so we're gonna play Seth. Seth's. Shout out to the the pics and the gifs are hilarious. Or GIFs. You know what? I looked that up because I was curious. Is it GIFs or GIFs? And the creator of them actually said it's pronounced GIFs. But a lot of people say GIFs as well. So you could technically go either way. Random research. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Underarms. Uh-oh. I know, right? Yep. GIF. Straight to the point. That joint was nice, clean, and open. Can definitely hear James Brown on that. James Brown has brought in the Gap Band to funk up his sound even more funkily. Yeah, it was so much space for James Brown to just James Brown. That was dope. All right, I hear y'all. All right, let's scroll up. Let's start from the bottom today. We got Kevin KJ Johnson. Let's see. Decided to drop a remake, a Blast from the Past from the year of 1972. Let's see if you remember it. Let's go. It's a quiz. Oh, classic. Love Train. Clean. It's a great cover. I know, right? Like, wait a minute. I hear you, bass. See how it is. Nice. Yeah, that one's ready. If they're ever looking for a cover of that, that'll work 100%. Yeah, that thing was nice. Great instrumentation, great vocal performance, great mix, great song. It just had a it had a nice, just bright feel to it. All right. Christopher Butler. So I didn't have enough time to cook up something for tonight, but I figured I'd do something. So I grabbed some leftovers, loops, chopped them to make a hash, and threw them into a microwave and set it for 10 minutes, 2 hours, and this is what popped out. It ain't mixed, but this is what I got for 70s night. Let's go. I know, like, it was long. Because, they would just sit in a groove. An intro would just be however long they wanted it to be until James would decide he wanted to sing. a vibe too. Bass is running. Shout out to Chris. Like, he threw this together. Like, it does not sound thrown together. That's going to be like the bar. Like, let me see what you sound like when you throw something together. That'll be the measurement of ability. No, I like it. I mean, considering it's not mixed. Considering it was thrown together at the last minute and it wasn't mixed, that's a pretty good job. Great horns, great bass line. Like y'all like nailed the instrumentation. Did we have a Sting ending? I don't think so. Yeah, I think we have a better Sting ending though, for the sake of sync. But outside of that, good work, Chris. I ain't mad at that at all. Jared says, bro, what kind of microwave you got? Seriously, like, that microwave is next level. He put those joints in an air cooker. All right. Catch it on the one. Precisely. He finished it 45 minutes ago, to be exact. That's good. That's some good microwave work right there. So it goes in the microwave for how long? I need that recipe thrown together professionally. Exactly. Love it. Let's go. All right, we got Teddy Burr. Hope everybody is well. This is some 70-ish funk we're developing for the right opportunity. It's called Just Wanna Funk. That's appropriately named. Hope you enjoy it. Let's check it out. Funky. Uh-oh. Some sounds are really low. Mixing in some timing things just to clean it up. But the vibe is there. Yep, back to the main idea. Like this section right here carry like the whole a whole song. Like how you brought the brass in, add another layer at the end. Bump, Sting ending. So yeah, I think if you mix this up some parts, like some things I would take out, some elements. I just don't think it added to it, like the little. There was like just some sound effect stuff. But yeah, elements are there. Definitely funky. You nailed it with that 70s funk vibe, instrumentation, guitar, organ, as Kevin Cheek stated. And then adding those brass on at the end was a great a great touch. Yeah. Good work, Teddy. That is 70s all the way. Terry Thompson. Here's something that would have been around maybe in the late 60s, early 70s. It has kind of an Uptight by Stevie or Going to a Go-Go by Smokey Phil from that era. It's called Don't Be No Fool. A public service message for sure. Don't be no fool.
Mama said, keep your mind on school. Mama said, follow all the rules. Oh, word is bond ain't just 3 words. Speak your mind, make sure that you're heard. Mama never made more sense to me.
I hear those influences. Background songs.
Some will break the rule. Oh, yeah. Don't be blind to what you see. Hear what's said, don't just agree. Daddy never
No doubt.
made more sense to me. What they both are telling me is don't be no fool.
It's catchy too.
Don't be no fool. Better take time. Don't be no fool. Hear what your mama said. Don't be no fool. Do like your daddy said. Don't be no fool. You better think about it. Don't be no fool.
Like the percussion too.
Don't be no fool. Hear what your mama said. Don't be no fool. Don't be no fool. Think about the don't be no fool. Don't be no fool. Always keep it overhead. No fool. Don't be no fool. You better think about it. Don't be no fool. Better take time. Don't be no fool. Hear what your mama said. Don't be no fool.
You know what? That might be able to end like that.
Hear what your mama said. Don't be no
No,
fool.
maybe. It could. It could. It can go. It could end like that, or it could have a sting ending. But yeah, definitely like the vibe. Obviously, you mentioned it's not mixed yet, so we're not gonna judge the mix. But yeah, that's it. I like the background vocals in there too. Like that definitely helped bring that vibe and the panning of them as well. So yeah, that's gonna sound nice when it's mixed. Great percussion. Yeah, super catchy. The theme of tonight is "Don't Be No Fool." The MIDI horn shakes. Yeah, man. All right. All right, what we got? We got Eric Anderson. Let's see what Eric is cooking up. Don't lose it rough. Everybody got rough mixes this week. They do.
We locked in tempo. You got me, I got you, baby, and I'm always here for you. Nothing I won't do.
The cadence is crazy.
Baby, don't lose the beat.
Ad libs.
I'm on you, and now we so in sync. Now beat one time. Baby, don't lose the beat. I'm on you, and now we so in sync. Now beat, let's go. Baby, don't lose the beat. I'm on you, and now we so in sync. Now beat one time. Baby, don't lose the beat. I'm on you, and now we so.
See how it is.
Now beat, let's go.
It needs a sting ending, but goodness, was that a vibe? The vocals, I think Frimes was right. We've been just making the wrong style of music. We should have been making 70s this whole time. Well, y'all should have been making 70s. I don't even like this is wow. Y'all on another level. I gave that a DJ horn, and I'm giving Rough Mixes DJ horns tonight. You could honestly, man, some of these mixes that y'all calling rough, like y'all be all right. Cause it's the 70s, like stuff wasn't super duper polished like that in the 70s. You know what I mean? Like there was like, it was like that layer of rawness in there that just makes stuff feel authentic. Yeah, that was a vibe. Y'all, yeah. All of y'all is just coming with with these 70s vibes, bro. All right. I'm not sure how 70s this is, but I got influences from Summer Madness by Kool and the Gang, even though it's something else. Let's go. I love that idea. I should do that. It's a vibe. Maybe closer to the 80s. I still like it. I'm loving these guitars y'all pulling out. It's decadeless. Right? Can't have it too polished. December 1979, the very end of the 70s. 11:59 p.m. Yeah, super smooth. was smooth for sure. Shout out to Carl. That joint was a vibe. Before smooth jazz was smooth jazz. Resample with 808 and fast hi-hat for a hip-hop classic. Oh, yeah, easily. Y'all literally like created music you can resample yourself and just have some fire sampled vibes, but the music is still original. I've seen requests for stuff like that before. Like they wanted music that sounded like it was sampled, but it was original. Because sample music just has that vibe. All right, here goes nothing. It's a smooth little groove type 70s beat. Still working on my mixing, so it may be off a bit, but it turned out pretty good. Let me know what y'all think. An average of 7 minutes. 100%. Yeah, a minute and a half for 70s music. Unheard of. I don't even think you can fully get into the groove at a minute and a half. These chords y'all pulling out. It sounds instruments. Definitely. Exactly. Yep. I hear you, Philip. That joint was grooving, man. Again, the rough mix wasn't bad. Wasn't bad at all. Some minor tweaks, EQ tweaks. Feels good. I was thinking about a smoothie, then the beach, mango. Cats on the beach surfing and tripping. Psychedelic beach vibes. I can see the percussionist playing without a shirt on, apple hat, and sunglasses easily. All right, we got Janelle. I wasn't going to submit anything because 70s is not my jam, but sometimes you just got to push your limits. So here's my first attempt at creating a disco track or something similar. Just cooked this up during my break. It's not mixed yet. That's tonight's theme. This isn't mixed yet. I'm not sure if it's disco or 70s enough. Let's check it out. January 1980. That is so specific, man. That's hilarious. Yep. Woo. Loving the bass. This is not mixed yet. We're not judging on mixes tonight. But I'm convinced if y'all got a 70s brief, y'all gonna get through that joint. Y'all gonna be all right. LW said y'all be underselling y'all's work. I'd definitely say it's 70s. Like if it grooves, like the bass. I did a track kind of had like a 70s vibe. I started with the bass because the bass is like that's the groove. Mr. Heisey said throw a 16th note shaker in there. Yeah, this was dope. Mar Franken says after party music after the clubs close at 4 a.m. Cleo says this is giving Janet. Yeah, good work, Janelle. I almost called Janelle Janet. Oh, I think Michael was working on something. I don't know if he got it done. I would imagine it's not mixed yet. Let's see if he makes it by the end of the night. It's not like he had a ticket though to work on at work. Miguel, we're gonna skip for now. James Northern came out sounding more like 80s disco funk. This was a dope challenge. We should keep doing these. It's a good exercise to get out of your comfort zone. I agree. Sunchild. Where are we at? About March? Are we like March 1980? Or are we further into the early 80s? Still a vibe. For sure. Yeah. I think it was, yeah, we're in the 80s. We're in the 80s with that. Still good work, though. I see everybody rocking with it. Rich loves the way that dissonant bass hops in. We're already in the future. That's when you tell the band to do a solo, but the musician's overdoing it. that one musician. Let's go. 1970 12, says Rich. All right, let's go. Let's keep it moving, man. Y'all coming with it. We played Jason's. Nicole, it's not a 70s track, but I call this one Relentless Motivation. When I was learning about orchestration, this was one of my first tracks I created while experimenting with different orchestral sounds. Very much hip-hop influence. Let's check it out. We're gonna hop back. We're gonna hop into the future for a second here. Let's see. I think that's a great description right there. Here, this will sound like a score for a movie. Action movie. Or some type of competitive movie. Love that. With some sauce. That's some news. I'll watch that news. Y'all coming in with that. I love that progression. That's crazy. Obama's theme music. Yeah, that was dope. Like the mix could be, we're not judging mixes tonight. That was dope. Oops, I forgot to turn the calls off. My bad, Nate. I just hung up on you. It's nothing personal. It might have been that he might have been calling on accident. I forgot to turn that off. It's like it has a hint of presidentiality to it. But yeah, it definitely feels cinematic. I could hear that. Like on, a boxing movie, Creed, something like that, I think would be dope. Yeah, I like that. Good work, Nikki. That build, those scores were fire. Absolutely no mix. I can't judge on mixing tonight. We're not gonna judge on mixing tonight. The drums were very West Wing. 70s, 80s lingo. That's groovy, baby. That's a nice cat daddy. Hit me on the flip side, young buddy. Can you? Oh, he hit us with the lingo. What era was the term jive turkey? What era was that? I had a grandpa who faithfully, religiously used that term. I got called a jive turkey so many times. Like that was his. He just wouldn't let that word, that term go. Like that was it. He was stuck in whatever era. Anything. It was just jive turkey for him. You jive turkey. And it was said a very specific way. The jive was just drawn out. You jive turkey. Was that it had to be near, it had to be 70s. I feel like that was definitely 70s. 70s, right? Yeah. Mid 80s, 70s. Jive turkey, man. Oh man. That's hilarious. Jive turkey. I'm gonna call my sons that tomorrow as soon as they wake up. Like, good morning, you jive turkey. I'll see how they respond. I'm probably like, what's that? All right. Let's keep it moving. We played Seth. Let's shoot, we got through quite a bit of these. We got Rich, too many options. I had already been working on this when I was reminded that we were doing 70s week, so I thought, what could I do to give it that 70s sound? Listening for that wah-wah guitar in the background, the old school drum machine beneath the Led Zeppelin booming drums. Does that make it 70s? Maybe a little. Let's check it out. Before vibing, there was jiving. Seemed like everything had guitars in it. Guitar just never get old. It's timeless. Like keyboard sounds change, synths and stuff, drums change, guitar. I mean, obviously you have different effects, but I think it's just gone through every generation. I said I thought that was the end. I said, nah, let me keep listening, because Rich is the composer who also put a balloon pop for the Sting ending. So we gotta stick around. You never know. Shucking and jiving. Yep. There's another one. Yeah, this was smooth, Rich. I like it with the guitar added. Shaft movie. Definitely sounds like some suspense going on for sure. Some tension. Something's going on. Feels like an old cop show. I can hear that. Some old school investigative music. Yeah. Balloon pop, man. All right. Let's keep it going. We'll just like that just because we're scrolling past it. Why not? All right. Finally, we made it to Frime. Dropping heat, 70 soul, chopped and flipped, pure hip-hop classic vibes. Sting ending needs to be added. All right, let's go. Dope to have a rapper on it. Nice and smooth. Yep. Yeah. Dope work, Frime. Definitely some classic hip hop vibes. Sampled hip hop. Nate Rose remix. Young Michael Jackson boom bap soul. Seth was over there. He got bars over that joint already. Have a version with the rapper. Oh, dope. There y'all go. Y'all go check it out. Good work. Let's go. Jason Carpenter. Let's go. Let's see what Jason's 70. Cadillac on Crenshaw. Can we talk about the tone of the bass, though? An opening to a movie. And that thing is ready for whatever comes its way. Yeah, man. The instrumentation on here was bananas. Jason, this was crazy, dude. That thing. Yeah, that was crazy. The guitars, the tone. I get it. I get it now, Philip. I get it. I understand why you didn't want to submit. Like, going through these submissions, I understand. That's the second track y'all hear on the list. Yeah, like, it makes sense. There's no judgment for those who didn't want to submit or didn't submit. I wouldn't want to submit after that. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. I feel like that was mixed too. That one was mixed. If he said it wasn't mixed, I'm just like, well, you unintentionally mix and you just don't know you do it. So, great work. Great work. Leather afros and Bernie cigs everywhere. Oh, man. All right, let's check out Greg. See what Greg been cooking up. Love in 1976. Oh, man. It was just something I whipped up. That joint was very intentional. He might have had that in the bag. That might have been sitting in the bag for a minute. And he was just ready, like, oh yeah, I know which one. I'm getting that Four to the Floor vibe with this one too. Up there with Janelle, and I think the one we played after Janelle kind of had that vibe too. Only thing is missing some bass. Carry that groove and to round out the frequency range. No doubt, man. Let's see how it is. That brass line too. Yep. Yep. I think with a bass, that joint, bass and then just some mixing stuff. You in there, locked in. The 70s was just locked in. Like you could just vibe out, man. You didn't have to do a whole lot. Good work. All right, let's see. I know I seen Miguel's. Michael might still be tied up with work. Okay. Let's get a poll popping. Let's get a poll popping. Let me mute this so we don't get the echo. And then next week I'll start playing music again while my system audio is muted, so we can go through that again. All right, let's see. All right, let's get this poll up. Who y'all got? I'm putting Jason up there. That was crazy. That was crazy. The 70s won tonight. How do you give a decade an MVP? The whole 70s. Cleo. Yeah, Eric's was dope. I got room for one more. Wait a minute. Where'd it go? There we go. All right, we got Jason, we got Cleo, we got Eric. JR. Seen a couple for JR. Let's throw JR up there. Here we go. All right. Let's go. Do I have a 70s track? I might have one. I'll see if I can find it. All right, let's get back to not that. I don't want to close that. Yeah, let's get, why is this? There we go. All right. Miguel. All right, y'all. If y'all ready to hear some Miguel joint, not some Miguel joint. Drop some palm trees in the chat. And then I'm going to let y'all vote. I'm going to let y'all figure that out because we had some ones. Everybody did good work, though, to be honest with you. Like, y'all came with the pause. Y'all came with the heat tonight. It's a horse race. 70s won. Second place tonight. Or no, tonight. Shout out to the 70s. All right, I'm seeing palm trees in the joint. Let's go. Let me see. I gotta find them. There we go. All right, this is a track I made about 2 years ago, back when I started to compose different styles to submit to multiple libraries. After I found a few libraries, I stuck to Latin pop and Latin urban. Let's check it out. Dance the Night Away. Yeah, pause on that. It's a vibe. It also work for synthwave. Oh man. I literally just said that to myself. Like I have to remember to unmute that when I do that. Here we go, man. It would be nice, right? That's 2 in one night. Next week, we're just going to do the whole string muted. Let's see if I can find this track. Woo! That felt good. Yeah, y'all came with the heat, man. I'm not mad at that. I would have been curious to know what a 70s Flares trailer would sound like, though. I'm not gonna lie. Let me see if I can find. We'll end it with this song if I can find it on this computer. I don't know if it's on this computer or not. No doubt. That was a catchy melody too. Okay. I'll get to mixing. Now everybody has time to mix the song. I gotta and searching and different drives. All right, I think I found it. Here we go.
Let's go. I know love isn't perfect. No, that's right.
Crystal
But we
Monique.
make it work.
Shout out to Crystal.
And if you take your eyes off me, baby, you gon' get what you deserve. Boy, I mean it. You better not hurt me. I'm gon' lose it. Catch you flirting. You know I hate it when I'm out
See what these poses looking like.
at a place like the lounge, and I catch you with another girl. I gotta have you to myself. They ask me what do I want, I tell them nobody else. I see you looking around for somebody, but nobody's gonna hold you down. Just keep this love between us, Treat me like your lady, because I treat you like my man. Tell them I'm your everything, yeah. Make sure they understand. I don't think we get it. Keep on dreaming, they must be crazy. I won't let them take my baby. You got another thing coming if you think I'm never getting rid of you.
Hey, Jason pulling away. He has 60%. This one's mixed. This one was mixed. This was mixed. Thank you. Audio Technica AT4040. That was the closest, as close as I can get for my 70s. That's it, y'all. Y'all have a good weekend. This was fun. Shout out to Jason. Jason won. He got top vote. But y'all came in with the heat. 100%. Thank you, Rich. That was Crystal Monique with the K. Produced for her. A bunch of stuff for her some years back. So check her out. She's got a lot of dope stuff out there. Another one, Dynamite. I forgot about that one. That was another good one. Yeah, that was another good one. But yeah, check her out. But that's it, man. I'm out. I'll catch y'all on the next one. If you're not a member of Sync Producer Hub, click the link in the description. Become a member so you can submit your music next week. We can listen to it and we can help you level up in sync. And yeah, come hang out with us, man. Next week, I don't know what y'all want to do. What y'all want to do next week? Let's find. Everybody go find your oldest track and submit that next week. That would be very interesting. I don't know. Let's talk about it in the community. Drop it in. I'll drop a thread. I'll drop a post in the community, and then we'll go from there. All right. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.